Okay, Praise. So, what's up? I think first of all, let me just say how much of a sly I think you are. So, yes, guy, you're supposed to come for us to go and get fuel, and I don't know. You just slide everybody, man. You just slide everybody.
No.
But guy, so looking very quickly, looking into the I just hope we can even get in the evening though. But looking into the whole fuel situation, I think it's just quite embarrassing what has happened. I think on a general scope, one thing that we get to do a lot as Africans is that we like to do more corrective than preventive. Instead of taking preventive measures to ensure that things don't happen, it's when those things happen that we all of a sudden try to run a fire, what I call it a fire brigade approach to stuff. And all of that. So I think I don't know. Let me get to hear your thoughts on it. One thing we know for sure is that the reason given has been for contaminated fuel, whether from Belgium or so. I don't know in depth into this thing, but it still surprises me how we have to import fuel. Yeah, as at now, it's still surprising. Maybe I still need to do some study and understand much more on this thing, but it's a real shocker that till now we are still importing.
I saw an analysis that said that Nigeria has spent over 30 billion on importation of fuel for the past about like 10 years or so. And
$30 billion, that is.
Yes. To build a refinery, oil refinery will not take from ground up, will not take more than $2 billion.
$2 billion. Okay.
Yeah. So
I won't be surprised though. But yeah,
you can imagine what we will have been able to do if we can just build one refinery from the ground up. If for nothing else, out of 30 billion that we have spent, we have used. It's just so funny because it is something that is just logical. It's not as if the money is not there. But even when they do release the money, they end up embezzling it at every level of, should I say, of check that's supposed to have been in place in order to check that these things are, the project is run smoothly. But instead, at those levels, they embezzle money each time and without conscience. Everybody just cuts according to the size of the cake when the cake gets to them and passes.
Of course, the whole national cake mentality.
Yeah, they also gave a project to this guy of was it 20 billion to fix the road from Nasarawa to Benue Bridge. And this guy embezzled everything. He didn't do anything. And then when they took him to court, he was telling them that yes, he embezzled it, and he wants to refund 6 billion out of the 20. And the judge agreed.
Nigeria will shock you. I don't know. I'd love to get more details. I'd love to get more details on that.
20 billion at that time is different from the value of 20 billion now. What 20 billion do then cannot do the same thing.
Bro, even so what 20 billion would do
billion at that time, now we are talking like 40 billion at least.
What 20 billion would do, sorry for cutting, what 20 billion would do as at last week, will not even do today. That's the reality. I think one thing for sure is I think what really surprised me is that there are only like 3 major cities. I know a number of cities experience, but I don't know why just these 3 major cities are the 3 major cities that really experienced these issues with the fuel scarcity. I think Fade just joined us. I can see her in and out. And is she with us? I feel once she is, but once you are on, just turn on your video and just say hi. We must recognize you properly. Yeah. So okay. So one of the things is I just wonder why Abuja, Lagos, and Port Harcourt are the three major cities, because it didn't look like it affected a number of other cities, and I feel like there has been a lot of still selling this contaminated fuel up till now, and I think it's something that a lot of people are still going to suffer from, because I hear that people's engines are getting knocked out, generators are spoiling, and I still think a lot of this contaminated fuel will be sold for some time before, because I don't see the possibility of them getting to return all the fuel back to whatever carrier, whatever vessel they got it from. Father is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Father is in the
Hi.
house.
Hello. High praise.
No, you should say hi on the
Hi,
chat too. Like the way you
Oluche.
say, hey.
Please don't let me cut you short. Let's continue.
Hey,
Sorry.
you're welcome. You're welcome. So we're just really talking about the whole issue, contaminated fuel and everything. Praise gave his side to it. And so there was this thing when I was listening to the whole stuff, there was this funny thing I heard, and they said now people are going to drop their cars and their vehicles at filling stations, because they like where they got the contaminated fuel from, because they're requesting that the car should be fixed and all of that. And I'm like, fam, you just come back, you won't see your tire, you won't see your vehicle. Because this is Nigeria, like
Cars already even sleeping in the filling station already. Like cars already sleeping in the
so
filling
you go to
station.
drop your car
So
and say, oh, it's quite messed up. It's quite messed up. I don't know how it is, but let's hear from you. You are currently at
like
Cross
here in
River.
Calabar, Cross River in Calabar, like we can't relate though. Like
Exactly what I was saying.
we can't relate to all these
So
things here, because when I hear
rocking contaminated fuel. Is that what is that?
not contaminated, like things are still going on. Like I don't see
Okay.
lots of cars in filling station like that. And one thing is, if fuel tends to be scarce like that, things will start getting expensive. You start feeling it in other sectors, or
Very
everywhere
true.
you transport, feeding, and other sectors like that. You start feeling it, but it's not like that here in Calabar. Like everything is still normal around here. So I don't think
you guys are living well, because for someone like Abuja, it's really bad. It's affected, and
yeah,
I
I
was
heard
like,
so.
I think I saw some company that really put up something, and they were like, "Hey guys, don't bother coming to work for this week.
Wow,
Work
really?
from home." Yeah, I saw. I don't know how true it was, but I saw this saw all this on someone's status, and I think the company actually like work from home. And like, this is so cool. This is
Wow,
so cool.
that's nice though.
Hopefully it has gotten better, because it has reduced. And like I said before you came, Praise slide me. Praise was supposed to come for us to go get fuel this morning. He went to look into it.
Are you sure you would have been back on time if you had gone to get the fuel? Like, are you sure you have been back by this time?
Oh, Praise, why are you? Look at he's still there eating. Look at the background. Look at the background of what he is. It's still food. It's still food. It's still there. I tell you, this guy is something else. Food. So, but hopefully, I think it has gotten quite good, and let's just hope that it will get better even as we go into the new week. Because
let's just really hope, because what I'm hearing now is okay, the NNPC, they were saying something on Tuesday, like there's enough fuel on ground. Like they have about 1 billion liters on ground, and they're still like expecting between like a praise.
Praise, why are you like this?
They're still like expecting about 2.3 billion thereabouts between now and the end of the month. So they're like, everybody shouldn't panic, and there's enough on ground. And then we have NUPENG, like National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, whatever. We have them. They say they want to go on strike now.
Oh yeah. I heard that.
Say they want to go on strike. So if care is not taken, wow, we could be saying something else.
No. I think, and one thing with Nigerians, one thing we are really good at is panic buying. Like we just want to get as much
Especially
fuel. You
when
see people buying. Yeah. Yes. Very true. Very, very true.
And you know
Very
one
true.
thing, one very funny thing about Nigerians is that when issues like this come up, things will start getting unnecessarily expensive. Like
No,
unnecessarily expensive.
well, I don't think it's anybody's fault because we have
No,
this.
no, no.
The most annoying thing about
I
everything is that
understand.
once the price up, it doesn't come down
It
anymore.
doesn't come down.
That's the
I understand.
issue. That's the issue.
That's
That's the
I
my
issue.
understand
problem.
that okay, this fell of a thing affects your business, but it's you just take advantage, go overboard and take advantage of it. You see someone
Very
that is
true.
selling bread, say how much is bread? Oh, bread is expensive. She tell you, oh, it's fuel is expensive. If it's dollar that is the problem, if it's dollar problem we
Mm,
have around that time, they'll say, oh, why is this bread
Tell us
expensive?
you want
Dollar is thank you. Dollar is expensive. Or why is
market
this
woman selling tomatoes.
oil
Does
expensive?
how does dollar
Dollar is
affect
already
market
expensive.
woman selling
See people
okay,
that
tomato?
say
so
You go to buy tomato in the she's telling
I
you
think
tomato.
so.
that people
Sorry to cut you guys. Sorry to cut you guys. I think for sure we're going to still see a number of this. Like you said, I think there was this key thing you guys just said, and it's something I believe we all agree on, is that when prices go up, it's really hard to come down.
To
I'm
come
just
down.
really
Yeah.
hoping that with time a lot of this will be really sorted out, and then prices can be as restored to their proper states. Very quickly, I want us to jump on this next thing. Guys. This is Tinder Swindler. Who has seen that? Is it? Would I call it
That's
a movie or
Pro Max
documentary?
Hush Puppy. It's a
Like,
documentary.
funny thing is, I've not seen it, but
I
I've
haven't
done like
Wow, you've
some
not seen it.
reading on it.
Wow,
I've
you
not
need to
seen it
see it.
yet.
You need to
I can't
see
think I'm
it. Like it
alone.
was so
Oh,
surreal.
I haven't
I
seen it
heard
yet.
it's well, I've gotten some spoilers. I heard there was a first woman that got scammed. That she just fell hopelessly for the guy and just transferred everything, borrowed money
Okay,
too, and transferred everything to the guy's account, and the guy went away.
okay.
But
So
the
I think
other like that were quite their own scamming was a reasonable scam. He
no.
sent them money, he
If you
sent
look at
her
this,
account.
if you look at this thing, sorry, Chris. If you look at this thing, it's I think it's well for someone who has what Father says she has watched it, and just correct me if I'm wrong. So this guy,
Spoil it
he
for us.
basically, like Chris said, he basically goes around on social media to like get ladies and then gets to talk to them, and then he
Yeah.
has like gets to draw them in and then spends their money. Now. Let's chill. We already know what this thing is like, but Fade, I want to ask you this very, very serious question. You're a lady. And
Mm-hmm.
looking at it from a lady's point of view, will you, since you watched it, will you fall for that kind of thing? No. Just let's because the truth is, this guy spends money on
You
this
have
lady,
only
so
two
it's not as
options.
if
Yes or no, not
yeah,
maybe.
it's not as if like he didn't spend money on them, took them to expensive places and all of that, and he spent good money on them. It's just that at some point going in, he was like, oh no, then they're going to kill me. And he really portrayed himself as this Prince of Diamond, from what I understand, the son of one
Rich to
billionaire.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. So Father, please let's hear from you, from a lady's point, from a guy's point. I think it's something a lot of guys do if you look at it, because at the end of the day, when you see how this whole ritual stuff happens, guys pull ladies in, spend some small money on them, and before you know this series fall. I won't call it in love, but seemingly in love. But let's hear you give your take. First, before you even go deep, will you fall for that kind of thing? Because you watched it, so let's hear your very clear side to it.
See, first of all, I want you to remember that I have Nigerian blood in me.
You know what it is? They don't know.
I have I have Nigerian blood in me. So I might fall for it a little bit,
You
but
like
there
you like free
is
things.
not like I like free things.
That's Nigerian.
You need to say you need to see the way that no, I'm not saying I like free things in terms of me being Nigerian. What I'm saying is that there'll be an extent that it will get to that my instinct will start telling me that danger. There's something going on. Something is fishy. I've seen hustlers like that. So there'll be a point in time that, like,
wait. You say,
at what point?
Yes, because wait. Friday said she has seen hustlers. Like, what do you mean you have seen her? Like, they have approached your which one? Because
like every day.
Like,
very recently, for example, now very recently, I've been getting this text from more random number that federal government shaking a call, come and collect kiniko amount of money.
I think I saw you put that up.
Yes, and recently, I've had to fall into scams like this sometime. At one point in time in my life, I've had to, but that's a story for another day. I've had to fall
We
into
will get
scams
to hear
like
about it. I promise you. We will listen to you talk about it one of these days.
But the thing is, at one point in time, okay, let's say at the point that he's saying blood, or he's asking, I might actually give him the funny thing is, once he asks for cash or something, like my mind triggers, I start to ask questions. Why is this not like this? But it's just that the guy is so professional to the extent that he has answers for premeditated questions already.
He has experience.
Yes, he has so much experience like that. But at one point in time, when I'm actually give him the first set of money, but when he's asking for more, bro, I beg. What if I start to think, what if I don't have the money? Will you die or something like that? It is what it is.
Okay, so I think because for me, I just don't know how he or the ladies may feel, but like Father said, there's this Nigerian mentality that just really kicks in after some point. Like, this guy.
Yes, now.
No way.
No,
so,
no.
But it's just that, you see, one thing for sure is I know most ladies don't really fall for money per se. So he doesn't present them this whole money. I know. I'm going to defend my Nigerian women any day. I don't think a lot of Nigerian women fall for money. Like for money. There's so much more that goes into lady getting really emotionally connected to you, or like really liking you or loving you. And money is not really a lot of that stuff. The commitment you put into the relationship, the time, the sacrifice, and all of those things. So I think that's what he really uses to draw them in, and not necessarily the money. And when he draws them in, then the money starts coming in, take them to private clubs, take them on his private jets, and all of those things. And his claims were seemingly valid because for some weird reason he already had the money. And I think he escaped Israel twice.
The funny thing is when I was watching the movie, when it got to the part where we had to see that there was a part that he took pictures with his so-called father. He calls himself the prince of diamonds.
The Prince of Diamonds, yeah.
Yes, there was a time he had to take a picture with the so-called father, and I saw the image. Then when they now showed us that, this image was photoshopped, immediately I shouted, I knew it. I shouted that this image looks photoshopped. I just kicked in, like, I knew it, that the image looks photoshopped. So it is what it is. Damn. But the guy is so professional. He's like Hush Puppy Pro Max.
What is really disturbing, the fact that right now, I think we're supposed to do a 15-year he was supposed to spend about 15 years in prison, but he just did 5 months.
15 months.
And right now,
15 months. It was 15 months, not years.
Okay, and he just did 5 months.
Yes.
And this guy is back to living the life. Like, he's on Instagram.
He said he had good behavior in the prison. Like, that was why they released him. Good behavior. Like, bro, come on. Like, really? Oh, God.
I feel like he played his cards quite well.
Yeah, he's played his cards.
But right now, he's back. Like, this guy is back. This guy is back online. I think Fadekemi said something, and she was like, this life no balance.
At all.
No balance.
And he's still living the life. That's it. He's still living the life. And the belief was that he probably, the money that he got, he was saving up and he was investing it in some maybe Bitcoin or something, and he's still currently living the life. And he even hired I heard he hired a marketing firm to help him, work on his image.
Rebranding.
Yes,
The uncle of
rebranding.
diamonds.